Taco Tuesday! Hopefully this thing's on. Oh, I think it is. Oh, sorry, spaghetti. Oh, sorry. Over the weekend, I got a kitty cat friend for Meatball, but she's very small, so she and Meatball can't be friends yet, but they're going to be friends soon, and her name is Spaghetti. I will show you her, but she's sleeping, and she just gave me a meow because we woke her up, so sorry. Welcome to Tuesday's Live. Tonight we were talking about, today, not tonight, it is daytime. We were talking about, do cravings ever go away? So, if you're new here, welcome! My name is Renee Paulson, also known as the Sugar Detox Coach. I'm a recovering food and sugar addict and also a healthy living and nutrition coach. I struggled with my weight and food cravings hardcore for most of my life. I did diet cycles, yo-yo dieting, wanting to lose weight, and nothing ever stuck. I was never really able to get a hold of my cravings. And just at a certain point in my life was like, well, I'm just broken. Like, I just can't lose weight. It just doesn't happen for me. Even going as far as losing organs, I had to have my gallbladder removed due to a super high fat diet and also just, like eating junk food like all the time and drinking soda. I used to drink a 2-liter of Coca-Cola every single day. It was just not a pretty situation. And in the end, I just felt really crappy about myself. I mean, I would really try and have the best intentions to want to lose weight. Shh, sorry, Meatball's so loud, sorry. I would have the best intentions to really want to lose weight, and I would go all gung-ho and maybe make it, a couple days or so before really caving. And then once I caved, I would binge on whatever food it was and feel like crap about myself and just beat myself up and just have this huge cycle. If you've been a part of this cycle, and feel free to comment or share. You're not alone. This is a cycle that is very common. And the more that we talk about this and the more that we normalize it, the more that you're not going to feel alone because, honey, you are not alone. So, it really came to a point of just having a full meltdown over getting a McDonald's cheeseburger, which I don't even like McDonald's cheeseburgers. That I was like, something is wrong here. Since then, I took a food addiction quiz. If you've never seen it, the Yale Food Addiction Scale, I should see if I can put a link in. I'm going to post a link to the Yale Food Addiction Scale. Maybe not in the comments. I'm going to try and post it in the, you know what? I'm going to post it in the comments. I'm going to just put that there. Because the Yale Food Addiction Scale is extremely helpful. I also have a quiz, Could You Be Addicted to Sugar, on my website, reneepaulson.com, that is based off of the Yale Food Addiction Scale. So it's based off of science. This isn't woo-woo, whatever. And food addiction has been around and talked about since 1956. So once I really discovered that I was addicted to food and sugar and, kind of dove into that and how do I figure this out? Like, I don't want to I'll give away cookies. I don't want to give up cookies because at the time there was only complete and total abstinence as recovery, which I don't believe in, and I believe in healing as part of becoming healthy and losing weight and healing your relationship with food as well as healing your relationship with yourself. Then set out to lose weight. I lost over 100 pounds and now I help women do the exact same thing, learn how to cut their cravings, lose weight, get healthy for good. So first of all, that was a big spiel. I feel like that was a long introduction. I'm sorry. Whew. All right. So one of the biggest questions I ask are like, do cravings ever go away? Like ever, ever, ever? And my simple answer to this is it depends. It really depends on what type of food addiction you're dealing with. Now, a study was also came out talking about food addiction and the difference in men versus women. Women really struggling with emotional eating and numbing, eating to numb, especially when you feel stressed. So when you've got that emotional tie and that really heavy into food addiction, those cravings and that voice, I'd love to tell you would go away, but it doesn't. And I posted a reel, what day? Last week, about waking up and thinking, oh, I got errands to run. You know what else is there? Cheese curds. And I'm telling you, when I tell you I was hardcore addicted to food, I was hardcore addicted to food in a not funny manner, in a drink heavy whipping cream from the container type of a manner, in the type of eat white bread with butter and sugar manner. So I think that what I struggled with is different from what most of society is struggling with, because there's just the food is made to be addictive. So you eating to get back to homeostasis. And then when you really have hardcore food addiction, that is an emotional tie that goes into emotional eating and binge eating disorder, that monster has to be tamed, and it is possible to tame that monster, but that voice, I'd love to tell you, just goes away, but it doesn't. There are ways, though, absolutely, to mitigate cravings, and here's are all the ways that I've found to do it. But first I want to talk about why we end up craving and why certain seasons of our life we can end up craving. And especially when I'm talking about craving, like, we ain't craving carrots. Unless like honey glazed carrots maybe. But I'm not talking about craving celery. I'm talking about craving junk food. Whether your go-to is soda, sweets, cookies, candy, ice cream, bread, pasta, white rice, all of those things, whatever that is, if it's a drive-through, if you know those things, whatever that choice is, I don't want to say your drug of choice, whatever your food is. You know, for me, I loved food, but I loved sugar first. Like if you gave me the option for dessert before dinner, I would take it. I'd be totally fine with it. I still want the dinner. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I have to choose, but I'll take that one first. So I struggle with that. Now, the reason that our bodies really can get into that craving is a couple reasons. And for myself, I struggle with ADHD, not struggle. I'm diagnosed. I don't know what you say. It was only a year ago I got diagnosed. So I'm diagnosed with ADHD, meaning my brain lacks dopamine. So my brain constantly hunts for dopamine. This is a reason I was addicted to cigarettes for so long, you know, those types of things, because your body wants that instant gratification. So learning how to give your brain dopamine in different ways other than food, and knowing where that fine line is for me, and I will always say this, and I stand behind it 100%. And even if I have someone who's coming to me and telling me that they can have a little bit, not for me, and you do you. You know, I've seen it too many times. It's a slippery slope. Soda is that line in the sand. It is too much, too quick. No nutritional value, no fiber, no protein. Like literally just liquid sugar, just like all over your brain. It's a slippery slope. So your brain's hunting for the things that it wants. So things that can give your brain dopamine exercise. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's so true. Music is a really big one I use a lot. And I tell my clients to use this all the time. And I'm going to tell you this quick story about music and how powerful it is, because I think it's absolutely batshit bonkers. Okay. And I've seen this with my own eyes. I'm not telling you, oh, I saw this video on YouTube. I'm telling you this with my own eyes. Okay. I went to this place. It was a nursing home, and someone I knew was performing at the nursing home, was singing, right? The old timey songs for people who are like 80 and 90, right? So probably music from like, I don't know, 40s and 50s, I think maybe that era. Okay. This guy is in a wheelchair, and he was sitting there, and I mean, I think he was, you know, just curled up or whatever, sitting there and whatever, and she starts singing, and after maybe like one or two songs, this dude gets up. You can see him and, you know, start to rock back and forth in his chair, and this dude gets up and he starts dancing, with the nurses or the aides or whoever, you know, the lady who works there, the woman. And there's other people that are starting to film this because they're like, oh my God, this man has been catatonic for 5 years. The lady who was filming, she works there for 2 years, and she had not seen that man move at all. The music stopped. He got back in his chair. He went right back to however he was sitting. I think something like this or something. And that was it. I was like, what? Anyway, music, super powerful. You want to give your brain dopamine? If you're craving, give your brain dopamine and music, throwing some music, going and dancing and singing, super helpful. So just know how to work around those things. We can also have more or heightened cravings at certain times and seasons of our life, and seasons of the year. That's a good way to put it. Meaning, like, if you think about it in terms of caveman days or even survivalist days, okay? Winter is, we're meant to like pack on some pounds and be eating some stuff so we can survive through the winter to get through the summer. So we can tend to have heightened cravings going through the fall when we're really getting ready for winter, on through winter, wanting to keep those pounds on. And it's really just mitigating those cravings. It's crazy how much our body really takes over. Again, if you're having a stressful season in your life, maybe you're not sleeping properly and you have a lot of stress, and you've got a lot going on, then that can also contribute to cravings. Your body really wants you to be in a homeostasis, like just wants you to be okay. It's like, please be zen. So here, you want this here. Think of it like the sweetest Nana ever. And you're just like, she's like, here, honey, have a cookie. Maybe here, I'll give you some mac and cheese and make you feel good. Like, it's just trying to make you feel like woosah. Right? So it will pick up cravings thinking, well, if you have this, I'm gonna dopamine, I'm gonna feel better, you're gonna feel better, we're gonna be homeostasis. It doesn't think, I'm gonna do this and later you're gonna feel really shitty about yourself. Our body hasn't, and the brain, the mental aspect part of it has not caught up again because of the food that's being made. The food that's being made is being manufactured to light up your brain and to keep you a forever customer, because that's what they want you to be. If you have any more questions about that, I am going to dive in deep on Confessions of a Food and Sugar Addict. That is a private Facebook group. I'm going to put a link in the private Facebook group as well as a link to Thursday night's event. We're talking this week about the base point, which is something that every single person who struggles with cravings, or if you've ever said, I can't just eat one potato chip, you're going to want to know why. And I'm going to tell you on Thursday night, it's okay, just so you know. So the best thing to really start to kick back in cravings in the moment, right? In the moment when you start to crave and your brain starts to scheme or give you I call it scheming, but you could call it giving an excuse. It's whatever it is. It's gonna be like, oh, we could have one of those. We could have one of those. We could just stare into this refrigerator and see what's in here. Or we could just, just take a look in the pantry. Once you start to do those things, I want you to take a second. I want you to, even if you're in the car. Now, obviously, you're set and setting, not like you're doing mushrooms or anything, but your setting really matters. If you're driving a vehicle or you're doing something that requires you to keep your eyes open, then you should keep your eyes open. For sure, keep your eyes open if you need to keep your eyes open. But if you're like staring into your refrigerator or you're staring into your pantry, you're staring into your phone, looking at DoorDash. I'm not saying that I've ever done this. Yes, I am. I want you to stop and I want you to take 3 deep breaths. And you're going to breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. And you're going to breathe out through your mouth for 8 counts. And then you're going to close your eyes and you're going to visualize that you're blowing these stressful feelings or these cravings or this whatever discontent you have inside. And you're blowing that into your red balloon. Okay? And I just breathed through my mouth, so I did a bad interpretation. But and I've taught this trick to kids because yes, it works for cravings, but this can work for so many things because visualization and deep breathing exercises and having somewhere to think that it goes is. I hope that did not mess up my thing. If you can still hear me, give me a thumbs up. Holy sorry, jeez, my thing cut out. But you're going to breathe in through your nose and you're going to breathe out through your mouth. You're going to use this tool as and I call it the red balloon. You breathe all those feelings out, and at the end, you visualize you're done with your 3 breaths. You're going to visualize that you're letting that freaking balloon go, and it's all over the place, all over, out and away, out of your body and out, right? And you open your eyes back and you bring it back, okay? If you have to do this more than once, do it more than once. I've had to do it many times in a row. I've had to do it even if I'm like walking through the grocery store, through the bakery, which is hard because I used to mouth breathe so that I wouldn't smell those. So sometimes I've done it with a mouth breathe and I don't smell the baked goods or things like that and adapt it. But this tool can be used for anxiety, can be used for anger outbursts in the time, but really very, very helpful for cravings. When you start to crave, even when you start to do anxiety and you're in a little bit of a freak out mode, you're in the hippocampus part of your brain. You really want to work that flow and switch back to the prefrontal cortex, which is going to help you make better decisions about food. It's going to help make you better decisions about life in general. So just kind of help reset things and give you a little bit of, seconds to think and reset before you go and have whatever is in your mouth or you're planning on. And then you can take an extra second and be like, maybe I don't want this right now. Maybe I'm good because I know I'm going to feel bad about myself or my body, or my stomach's going to feel bad. I'm going to get diarrhea or whatever it is. I'm going to feel bad. So, I really want to take that extra second. So the red balloon trick is an incredibly helpful tool that can be used in multiple different ways. When working on emotional eating, that can also be a tool to use, as well as using journaling at the same time, maybe with some music after you do breathing exercise. If it's really a stressful time in your life, sometimes get to therapy really helps, getting the frustrations and stress that you have in your life out, and having someone listen to you really helps a lot. So if you can't do therapy, or that's something maybe you're not game for right now, or you something you're looking into and you need something in the moment right now, I like to use journaling as a tool to really help reset and remember what I want in the moment. So there are times when you just free write, which would also be helpful. If you feel stressed, you can just write in the moment and be like, and just write what you feel. I feel very stressed and I feel like I want to go everything in the pantry, and just free write and get all that stuff out. You can cry, you can scream, you can do whatever you need to do. On the flip side, use journaling and using positive music, where I put on the Epic Music playlist and really writing what you want to bring in fruition. What are your goals? What do you want to feel like? How, if you're wanting to calm down, like doing your breathing, listening to the music at the same time and getting the free writing out. If you did 5 minutes, it can be so powerful and really switch your mindset. And again, like a person who's trying to quit smoking cigarettes, they used to say, just get through 3 minutes. If you have that craving, just get through 3 minutes, and then you'll decide after that 3 minutes, I'm good. I really don't want to smoke a cigarette. I'm good. And so same applies. Just give yourself extra little time. Do the red balloon trick. If you need extra time, do a journaling exercise. Give yourself that extra little time. Now, the best way I've found to really conquer those cravings, and when I say cravings don't go away for like, I'm talking about that little Cookie Monster voice inside that I've got in there, that even will say, okay, it's 6 o'clock on a Sunday, let's look at what the crumble cookie flavors are. And on certain things, I give the voice the things that it wants. Sometimes, like a treat meal or planning those types of things. And that way I have a hold of everything else, because that voice is not screaming at me. If I cut out all the meals, the voice could sound so screaming, and I'm like, and then you binge, which is why I don't agree with total abstinence. But one of the best ways to really get that down to like a whisper, right, is to do a 10-day sugar detox. Now, this is why I have coined and branded myself as the sugar detox coach, because I have not found anything more powerful than a 10-day sugar detox to kill those cravings. And I'm not talking like you're going to feel fabulous during the 10-day sugar detox. If you're really addicted to sugar and you're really struggling with those things, the first couple of days, your craving monster is going to be like, I don't know what you're doing, but you're making something. So it's going to be very loud, it's going to be very screamy. And, if you make it through, which is possible. So I've made it through. So many other women have made it through, and even women thought, I don't know if I can actually make it through. I'm like, I know you can do this. Because if I do this, I know I can do this. And women who go through and literally day 10, how are your cravings? On a scale from 1 to 10, what are your cravings? Cravings are a 1 or a 2, okay, at best. And it's manageable. You're like, okay, then I can go into moderation. This is why I created 10-day online detox sugar Warrior 10. I'm going to put a link all in here so you can check that out, so you can take a look at it. Every single person who's ever gone through Sugar Warrior 10 and completed it had their cravings, felt, I can't tell you how you feel on day 10. And you just feel fabulous. You lose weight. You reduce your inflammation, which means you reduce your pain. You clear your face. I've seen hair get silkier and softer. It's crazy. But this is why I'm so passionate about it. And I'll tell you right here, it boils down to this very, very simple thing. Okay? And no, well, I put it online so I can make money. Have you seen the cost thing? That ain't being out. That's just being intelligent, okay? I give you life access, but I'm not even, because I love it. And this boils down to one simple fact, is that by completing my very first 10-day detox, and side note, I failed many times, okay? To do it so many times, I failed, which is why I created the 10-day sugar detox, so I give you all the tools in order that you need. You don't fail, so you can be successful the first time through. But the first time I completed 10-day sugar detox, it gave me a breath. It gave me a breath of like, okay, I think I can do this. I think that I have some sense of control, and I feel like it's possible, and okay. My voice is there, but he's telling that bitch to shut up. I'm in charge now. I'm in charge. So this is why I'm so passionate about it, because not only has it given me the opportunity to then heal my relationship with food, lose weight for good, keep it off, keep my cravings in check, still have cookies, but I've seen it happen for so many other women. Dozens and dozens of women go through and kick their cravings and feel fabulous and love it. And the great part is that with that, I'm not going to do a sales video, but or I could talk all day, but this is because I'm so passionate about it. This is the best way to really kick cravings to the curb. Now, I've heard people say if you just absolutely no sugar all the time and no food and absolutely none of that, for forever, that your cravings go away forever. And I will tell you, in my personal opinion, and why I don't teach that, is that that's not a realistic way to live in today's society. Today's society, with the food is manufactured, we've gotten too far away from that, to where if you tell people in order to do that, they're going to do I don't want to do. Oh, I don't want to do it. If you do want to do it, that's on you. Do whatever you want to do. That's why I teach moderation, because I don't want to give up cookies. I want to still have my treat, enjoy it, and live my life, and have that as a possibility. I'm out and I want those things. So, more to you if you like one of those people like, I can be strong and do all. I just teach that, and I don't believe in it for myself personally, or for the people that I teach. Because, again, I love cookies. So, but that's really the best way, like, to kick things, is what you can do in the moment, what you can also do, just, some stuff daily, and what you can do even in a short days to really kick those cravings and feel fabulous. So that's one of the gist. Cravings ever go away? No. Yes and no. Yes, you can kick your cravings to the curb. If you are hardcore addicted to food, I don't also want to give you that unrealistic expectation to think that little voice is going to go away for forever. It's just knowing how to be the boss and tell that voice, you better shut up. I'm in charge. I'm going to decide when we eat and what we eat for a treat, instead of you being in charge and saying that we're going to eat whatever you eat, which is everything all the time. There's also why like intuitive eating. I think, once you get along a path, maybe intuitive eating works for someone who's hardcore addicted to food. Start on intuitive eating might not be the best in my personal opinion, just because I listen to my intuition. Maybe it wasn't my intuition. Again, not an intuition. That's a Cookie Monster voice inside. So to determine too, though, when you're really in the thick though. So I don't know why I got off on a tangent. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I love you so much for being here. I hope you try tools. If you comment here and let me know, especially the red black, I find these so helpful, right, to kind of just like right in the, and right, it's right there. That's not nice. It's over. I don't know. Whatever the case. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to leave some links here in the comments so that you can go check out all the things that I discussed. So if you want to take a quiz, could you be addicted to sugar? I'll link that here. So then once you take that quiz, you're automatically in my free community, the Warrior. And that is of women that are all about wanting to take their craving, learn moderation so they can have it and eat it and still lose weight or feel full, maintain their stress, whatever it is for you. So come join the tribe and check out Confession of Food and Sugar Addict Thursday night. That's all I got for you. Love you bunches. I'm going to go play with spaghetti and meatball, which sounds good, but it's really a cat dog, so it's not spaghetti and meatball. So have a great day. Love you. Bye.